Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 66 of Bardic Quest, the show where a group of British trained actors tell fantastical improvised stories through the medium of Dungeons and Dragons. So, before we begin, because I was told off for not mentioning this last time, a reminder that we have merch, which is
like this, like Saga's shirt right here.
indeed modelled wonderfully by Saga herself.
Indeed.
We also have merch for all of the party members, including Thorik, Sergei, and Johann.
Yo!
That's right. So, if you're looking to buy any Bardic Quest merch, then check it out at bardicquest.com/shop. Also, a big shout out to our friends over at Syrinscape for allowing us to use their wonderful sound effects and ambience in our show. A great app, particularly if immersion is a big thing at your D&D table. So check them out at Syrinscape.com. So, without further ado, let's get into this week's episode of Bardic Quest. Last time, after what was an epic combat, our heroes discovered that a drow with black spider motifs all over it was in their midst and was making a beeline to kill their friend, Gundren Rockseeker. However, our heroes made all efforts to keep Gundren alive, healing him on multiple occasions. But unfortunately, that also meant that this drow escaped their clutches, unfortunately, but not before they showed the bugbear leader, King Groll, just how powerful they were, taking him out. Ultimately, with Thorik's almost overkill guiding bolts against this creature, this bugbear, leaving him in a smouldering ruin.
We just wanted to make sure. Well,
you look. You had one guy escape your midst. You're not going to leave anything to chance. So we pick up now in the aftermath. A smouldering King Groll at their feet, a now healed Gundren Rockseeker in the corner of the room of these castle ruins. What would you like to do?
Well, hello, friends.
Where have you been, Sergei?
I was scouting and the invisibility wore off. I was able to slink into that toilet, but I've been too afraid to, relieve myself from the toilet.
Well, I'm glad you're in one piece.
Yes, I heard your fighting screams, and I knew that that was probably the time to make an entrance.
that was some quick thinking and some good healing, my friend.
Of course, are you okay?
Thorik hasn't got up. He's still just lying full on his back. He's just breathing really heavily and still bleeding profusely. He's like, yeah, you know what? That hurt a lot.
Saga's gonna walk over and extend a hand to Thorik to help him up.
He takes it and pulls himself up.
It was almost a battle of who is the heaviest.
think he won.
Johann.
Johann's a little shaken by losing a fair amount of blood and also seeing a rather spectacular magical display in front of him. So he's just kind of like basically just seeing a magical rocket punch through that guy's chest. So he's just kind of a little kind of awed, but also relieved that Thorik is alive. And he goes up to Sergei and clasps a hand on his shoulder and goes, "It's good to see you again, little one."
Not to make you jealous, but Thorik gave me a kiss.
Johann rolls.
He's had plenty of those recently.
Johann chuckles to himself and produces from his pocket, which the DM will verify, a pine cone.
Yes. Verify.
And then playfully throws it at Sergei's head and says, "I think you dropped this."
Did I?
Yes.
Yes. I've forgotten why or where I dropped it.
You didn't drop it. You threw it at my head before you went invisible into the castle. I have carried it this way.
Yes. Well, I'll tuck the pine cone in my satchel. You'll never know when it's going to arrive again.
This is now a game we play.
Pine cone head.
I walk over to Thorik and offer him a hand, pull him up.
Yeah, he's like sort of sagged again, and he'll like take another hand. It's like, I'm standing out like that. I appreciate it. No, I just look like I'm sat down.
Johann tries to pretend he doesn't need another person to help him because he's very heavy. I've lost some blood.
Thorik will go over to Gundren, kind of hobbling a bit, and just say, "Well, kinsman, we have been looking for you for a long time."
Yes, and I've got this, and I have his brooch. Have
Gundren Rockseeker, I presume.
Gundren looks up at you all, and he said, "Well, to say I'm delighted to see you is the understatement of this century. Who are you?" And he points towards you, Johann.
Yes. I wasn't part of the initial group you hired, but I came to be.
He tagged along after
They
a
adopted
day.
me.
Yes,
After a day or
he's
so.
our big baby. Little
Right.
baby.
Well, I won't begrudge if you got paid for delivering our stuff, because frankly, I don't think these three could have done it without you, so pleased to meet you.
Johann gives a little smile while shifting his sword as if to say, "Well, you're not wrong."
Yeah, he's all right in a pinch, this one.
How did you find me?
Wasn't easy. You have proved to be very elusive.
Well, the gods know how many days have passed since I was brought here originally, so, as I say, just delighted, frankly, that you finally made it here.
Why did the Black Spider want you?
Well, I think he wanted my map.
Oh.
What map?
The map to the enterprise which I was getting set up, and part of what I wanted to bring you guys in on, to be frank. The Wave Echo Cave. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
Yes.
I think you mentioned it before.
Aye. Well, I'm not quite sure where it is in here, but it's in here somewhere, I presume, because that drow was asking Grohl for it. He didn't seem too forthcoming with where he's been keeping it.
The map, this is.
Aye.
Okay. I'm aware that we're still in a castle full of goblins and other nasties, and I'm not sure whether we got everything.
Right.
I think we should guess this room, and if no one else has anything particularly they'd like to do in terms of sightseeing in the castle, I think we should make our merry way. Any thoughts?
We need to rest, all of us.
I would agree. The quicker we can get back to Phandelver, the better.
Maybe it is best we find this map as well. It would not be wise for it to fall into the wrong hands.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not leaving here without that. That's for sure.
I'll search the king's corpse.
Okay.
I'll search the bathroom just in case I missed it.
Just come
Well,
back
Around
Sergei.
this room.
once you're done.
Can I take off the bit of napkin off my foot just to make sure that's not the map?
Oh, no. Surprise!
All right. Johann. First of all, let's look at you. So, Groll himself doesn't seem to have a huge amount of value upon him. He does, however, have a chain shirt and a shield, and a morning star. All
His
of this
chain
is medium size, so you could wear the chain shirt.
is it still light armor?
No.
No, it won't be. It would be medium, I believe. Yeah.
No thanks, mi amigo.
Okay. All right. So, Saga, what are you doing at this point? I know Thorik's searching the room. And...
I'll guess she'll just have a sit down. She'll just let everyone else do the work. She's tired.
All right.
Sit down.
That shouldn't be an unreasonable thing to want to do in this world.
No, it shouldn't be. Sergei, could I get an investigation check from you first of all, please?
Yes, you can.
I mean, if people need help investigating, I will help.
7.
Shall I help Sergei investigate?
Well, he's investigating the bathrooms.
Oh yeah, he's investigating.
Maybe not the toilet. Maybe, we could start in
The
this
room. Yeah. I'll help Thorik investigate. Okay, so he gets advantage.
Sergei, you find nothing of interest in the old ruined bathroom aside from a old ruined toilet with like a dunny with a rusty bucket underneath. Thorik, could I get an investigation check from you with advantage, please, because Saga is assisting?
Great. 17.
17. Okay. So, as you are searching the room, you do find underneath Groll's mattress is a stitched leather sack. Quite large.
How do you spell Groll?
Grol.
Ah.
Oh.
That easy.
A leather satchel, you say?
Yes.
I open the satchel.
Okay. This leather satchel contains some coinage, 220 silver pieces, 160 electrum pieces,
What do you like?
3 bottles of a red liquid.
Yes.
Are they healing potions?
They certainly appear to be. And crucially, a map.
Yes.
By my beard, I think we've got it.
Gundren kind of looks over and he's like, "That's it. That's the map."
I will.
God.
I'll hand it to Gundren. Do you want to keep hold of this?
Oh, yes, please. And he kind of clutches it close.
Great.
He said, God's nearly 210 day, no doubt, of torture for this thing. Keeping this close.
Thorik has the coinage, and he will just give all of that immediately to Saga in the leather satchel. So 220 silver pieces, 160 electrum pieces to you, Saga.
I assumed as much. I wrote it down, so I'll put it in our group fund.
Maybe.
Bank of Saga.
Thorik will hold on to the 3 healing potions for now. He'll just tuck them on his. He's got an apothecary's sort of hold all on his belt for holding such things. But he will note these aren't just for me. We'll sort these out later. But if you need them, they're here. Speaking of which, how battered does everyone look?
Fine.
I'm fine. I didn't take any damage.
I am not fine.
Yeah. I think Johann and Thorik definitely need a rest. I would like a rest to get my maneuvers. So she's tired, but she's not too injured.
I'm gonna take it that taking a short rest in here is gonna be a dumb idea because we're still in a.
Certainly be risky.
Aye.
Certainly be risky.
Fine then, let's get the hell out of here.
Johann, if we run into trouble, I'm slapping you with a cure wounds.
I can do that as well.
Or you have a little drinky drink.
I am not drinking that muck.
Fair to save the potion.
So you'd rather have a healing magic than a drink? Interesting.
I didn't say that. I didn't.
It's a lot better to, I'm happy to do that for you rather than hold on to the real estate, because the potions, you can stick one of those down my neck, which is great if we get stuck in a pinch.
You know what I miss? I miss bandages. Whatever happened to bandages? Bandages were great.
I agree, bandages are great, but they're also really slow.
Yeah, and not all magic is bad, Johann.
Gundren looks at you all and he says, so have you found my brothers?
No.
You had brothers?
Sorry.
Aye, Nundro and Tharden. Have you not seen them?
No, they weren't with Gundren when we met Gundren, were they?
No, they weren't.
No.
It has been some time. They were mentioned to you briefly in passing by Elmar Barthen when you originally dropped off the supplies. He had not seen them for some time. They've been camping, presumably, outside of town. But you have not seen hair nor hide of them. Hence your lack of memory of them.
Yeah.
We found Sildar. We rescued him from a bunch of goblins that were holding him.
Oh, thank Moradin.
So he's back in Phandelver, I believe. We found his stuff, and I indicate the sword and armor I'm carrying.
Oh, he's a good man. Good to have him on side, but no sign of my brothers then.
No, I'm sorry. Well, let's get out of here, and then we can talk more about where they might be, and we can sort that out.
Aye, I think that might be wise.
And I guess the quickest way out is the one that we discovered just before we came here.
The quickest way out.
That little side door.
Yeah, the side door, and then there's the room that's kind of ruined and is outside.
Yes, that will be the closest.
Yeah, that bit is.
That would be that one. Yeah.
So let's head that way.
Quickest one. Let's get the.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Let's get the 9 hells out of here.
Okay.
Onwards.
So you make a beeline for that exit, and you enter that room with all of the ruined, smashed crates and things, and the canvas kind of curtain doorway, and you brush that aside, out into the dusk. At this point, you've been in that castle for some time now, and the sun is starting to set.
Shall we head to the tree line and make camp for the night?
Let's try and go a little bit further out. We don't want to get tracked.
True.
As you make your way down the pathway leading up to this canvassed entryway, you do hear a horn blast out from the forest ahead of you. Do you want to give me a perception check, please, anyone?
Oh, motherfuck.
I'll do it.
Please. Oh, my perception check is awful, so my perception check is 4.
Sergei, blissfully unaware of a 12.
I can't see anything. She's panicked.
Johann distracted, 9.
That's a 10. We're all in the same ballpark, really.
Oh, God.
Long day.
12?
A lovely
Was
evening.
it, Saga?
It was a 4.
Oh, who was the 12?
Me.
Sergei.
Sergei. Okay.
Does Gundren see anything?
Yeah.
Fair
Or Ivor or Grigor, should they see anything?
Help!
Okay. Sergei,
I have a bad feeling about this.
you hear coming through the trees. There's no attempts here, whatever it is coming through, to be quiet. There's a lot of chattering and cheering and bellowing. Let me just check something first of all, actually, before I go any further. Just want to quickly reference something.
I hope I'm wrong. I hope my guess is wrong.
Okay. You can hear this chattering, okay? But it's not in a language that you understand. However, it is in a language you have heard before. You recognise at least the sounds to be the goblin language.
Okay, I was wrong.
You
Good.
can hear a handful of voices. Maybe 3 or 4.
Should we hide?
We can try.
Quick.
Please. Try and hide.
Okay. Can I get stealth checks from you all? Where are you
Oh,
hiding?
come on.
Where are you hiding?
Yeah,
In the trees.
Well,
They're coming from the trees.
I still
they're coming
need,
from. Yeah.
regardless, I still need stealth checks from you all if you're hiding.
Thorik throws
Well-
himself into a bush.
Oh, I have disadvantage on stealth. Of course I can. Yeah.
I am the knight, 22.
I somehow managed to make myself into a neon beacon with a natural 1, which becomes a 3 with my +2, because I get disadvantage on stealth.
Okay.
With disadvantage, it's a 16 somehow.
Wow. Okay. Sergei, what was yours?
I had a 12.
A 12.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you all rush for like the trees and the bushes. However, Saga, as you're rushing to hide, the satchel containing the coins that you're carrying gets caught on a branch.
Yeah.
And there's a clatter as coins drop to the ground in quite a big pile. And suddenly, Sergei, you notice that the chattering stops.
Can I do something?
You can certainly try.
Can I cast Disguise Self on myself to look like the drow?
Good idea.
You certainly can.
I will quickly, hearing the clatter, understanding what's going on, snap my fingers, tap my body, and allow it to form into a variation thereof of the drow.
Okay. All right. So, you watch as Sergei's features shift and change. His skin darkens to a dark shade of purple. His hair suddenly goes white, and his ears start to point up. With his, in fact, does your clothing change?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I'm just going to double check that.
Johann thinks, I hate it when he does that.
Armor. Yeah. You watch as his armor changes to a shade of purple with that black spider motif upon it, and you see as he turns into that drow that you had seen previously. So you're now in your disguise, Sergei. What would you like to do?
I will go and stand by Saga and just await, put my finger up to my lips and just wait to see what happens with the goblin, or the voices of the goblins.
So are you still trying to hide?
I will also pull my dagger out and just press it up to Saga's chest.
Okay. You listen out and you hear quiet footsteps as they try and make their way slowly towards Saga.
Saga will put her hands up like this.
So you're making them aware of your presence.
Well, fake Black Spider
Sure.
has a, so yeah, I'm making it look like I have been apprehended.
Okay. They draw. Well, I mean, they already have weapons drawn. There's 3 hobgoblins with 2 wolves behind them.
Oh,
Yikes.
And they draw. Well, they bring their blades up, looking at the black spider.
I will. Sorry, go on.
And they shout, "Who the hell are you?" And that is where we shall end this week's episode. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, rate, or review on your podcatcher of choice, and we will catch you guys next week.